The Godfather wasn't just another gangster flick. It was a blood-soaked family opera that permanently redrew Hollywood's power map. On set, a feral alley cat hijacked the sound mix, a real horsehead bled over satin sheets, and studio suits tried, twice, to whack their own leading men. Stay tuned as we crack open 20 weird facts about The Godfather and one final bonus nobody sees coming. Ready to kiss the ring? Hit that play button and step into the family business. 1. The purring problem that almost buried Brando's dialogue. Coppola strolls the backlot minutes before the wedding scene and spots a scrawny gray cat begging for scraps. Impulse strikes, he hands the stray to Marlon Brando, thinking it'll soften Don Vito's menace. It does, and it almost wrecks the audio. The cat snuggles into Brando's lap, its contented purr vibrating like a diesel engine straight into the boom mics. Sound mixers rip their hair out in post, surgically cutting frequencies and forcing Brando to reloop half his lines. Not grit, but feline thunder nearly silenced cinema's most quoted whisper. 2. Paramount tried to whack Brando and Pacino before frame 1. It wasn't confidence, it was sheer panic. Brando is still radioactive from on-set tantrums and box office flops, so studio lawyers demand he post a financial good behavior bond and submit to humiliating screen tests. They hate Al Pacino even more. Too short, too New York, sneers one memo, and push for Robert Redford instead. Coppola threatens to walk. Brando stuffs cotton in his cheeks, nails the test in one take, and Pacino's brooding reed torches every rival. The suits surrender, but only after rewriting contracts like a mob ultimatum. One slip, and both actors are gone. 3. That infamous horse head? Fresh from a dog food plant, prop makers craft a rubber stallion skull, yet Coppola snarls, "It looks like Halloween junk." Solution: call a New Jersey rendering plant, pick up a real thoroughbred carcass, pack the severed head in dry ice, and race to set overnight. Actor John Marley thinks he'll wake beside a latex toy. Cameras roll, the sheets flip, and the smell of hot blood detonates. Marley's scream isn't acting, it's gagging terror. Paramount execs panic at possible cruelty headlines, but Coppola keeps quiet. He wanted raw shock. He captured unfiltered horror. The Prince of Darkness literally shot half the movie in shadow. Cinematographer Gordon Willis hates bright Hollywood gloss. He bathes interiors in inky gloom, letting eyes and cigarette tips glow out of blackness. Studio brass complain theaters will project nothing but mud. Willis refuses. Not darkness, but texture, he argues, underexposing negatives so severely labs think the reels are ruined. The gamble invents a visual language for moral decay. Every frame whispers that power lives in the dark. Willis earns the nickname that sticks for life, yet never even snags an Oscar nod for the film that defines modern cinematography. Oranges become accidental omens of death. It isn't deliberate symbolism at first. Production design simply wants pops of color in brown-toned sets, so fruit vendors and dinner tables overflow with bright Valencia oranges. Only in the edit bay does Coppola notice a pattern. Every time an orange appears, carnage soon follows. Vito's shooting, Sonny's toll booth ambush, the climactic baptism massacre. Rather than cut, he leans in, sprinkling extra oranges to foreshadow doom. Audiences still debate whether it's fate or coincidence. Either way, citrus turns lethal, and grocery shelves have never felt the same. 6. Pacino's busted knee rewrites the shooting schedule. The restaurant hit is rehearsed for days. Pacino must sprint from a Bronx storefront, leap a subway stair, and vanish into night. On take 3, he slips, hears a crack, and crumples. Diagnosis: torn ligaments. Insurance inspectors swarm, the studio smells delay, and rumors fly that Pacino's bad luck proves they should have cast Warren Beatty. Coppola refuses to fold. Scenes are shuffled. Close-ups dominate while Pacino hobbles on crutches off-camera, and wardrobe tailors oversized coats to hide a bulky brace. Not a setback, but a baptism by fire that steals the actor's icy intensity. 7. Brando's cue card trick turns co-stars into human teleprompters, lines on paper? Forget it. Brando insists memorization kills spontaneity. Instead, assistants tape dialogue to lamps, inside car trunks, even on actors' foreheads. During the garden handover, Brando reads Pacino's lines off a hidden board tucked behind photo props, delivering paternal warmth while silently scanning text. Crew members gripe, yet the tactic pays off. Don Vito's pauses feel contemplative, not scripted. It wasn't laziness, it was Brando engineering an illusion of effortless power, one discreet glance at a time. 8. The real Mafia writes its own dialogue. What audiences don't know is that The Godfather nearly dies before a single slate snaps. Joe Colombo's Italian-American Civil Rights League brands the script anti-Italian slander and rallies thousands for a Madison Square Garden protest. Studio insurance skyrockets, shooting permits vanish overnight, and men in sharkskin suits start visiting Coppola's office. The director pivots. He deletes the word Mafia from every page and allows league reps to walk the set. In exchange, the family provides neighborhood protection, quieting street noise during takes, and delivering literal envelopes of cash to keep vendors cooperative. 9. Sterling Hayden gambles with the IRS and wins a comeback. Captain McCluskey's crooked sneer hides a desperate secret. Actor Sterling Hayden owes the government nearly $1 million in back taxes after an impulsive 1950s seafaring exile. Accepting a role in a mob epic looks reckless. Any paycheck could be seized. Hayden strikes a clandestine bargain. Paramount pays his salary through a blind trust, letting him settle with the IRS while still pocketing enough to fix a broken schooner. On set, he chain smokes, practices pistol draws, and jokes that killing Michael's jaw with one punch is cheaper than alimony. 10. Blood recipes and a mid-roll engagement hook. Those crimson spurts at the toll booth aren't corn syrup alone. Special effects chief A.D. Flowers brews a viscous cocktail of chocolate syrup, Kodak photo developer, and food dye, thicker than stage blood, thin enough to fire through pneumatic squibs. James Caan braces for 147 explosive charges under a hand-stitched suit, the largest blood pack rig of the decade. Cameras roll, squibs detonate like firecrackers, and Caan staggers through real bruises. The crew cheers, Caan limps away with welts and a grin. Go ahead and like and subscribe, because the next 10 facts blow apart even bigger myths. No squibs required. 11. Sicily's scorching shoot shuts down entire villages. Coppola wants authenticity, so he drags cast and crew to remote Corleone province during a record heat wave. Temperatures soar past 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Film stock warps inside cameras, and vintage Alfa Romeos refuse to start. Locals speak a dialect neither Italian interpreters nor Pacino's dialogue coach can untangle, forcing last-minute phonetic cue cards. Twice a day, the town's power grid collapses, leaving production lights dead and refrigerators off. Prosciutto rots, tempers flare. Yet dusk arrives, sunlight mellows, and magic seeps onto celluloid. Not glamour, but blistered feet and melted gelato shape Michael's exile path. 12. Leave the gun, take the cannoli was never in the script. Actor Richard Castellano, playing Clemenza, hates wasting rehearsal time. During a lunch break, his fiancée brings fresh cannoli from Brooklyn's Café Palermo. Castellano secretly pockets one. Later, filming the double-cross roadside hit, he shoots the traitor, grabs the firearm, then ad-libs to his on-screen wife. "Take the cannoli!" Coppola bites through laughter but keeps rolling. Test audiences erupt at the black humor twist, food as casual as murder. The line sticks, bakeries frame it on walls, and Castellano negotiates a cannoli clause. Every scene requires pastries on standby, ensuring both comedy and dessert keep flowing. 13. James Caan's toll booth torture sets a squib record. To capture Sonny's last stand, effects crews wire more than 100 pyrotechnic blood packs across Caan's chest, arms, and face. One misfire could burn flesh. Caan straps in, cinches a mouthguard, and signals, "Roll." The barricade lifts. Hidden gunmen unleash a storm of lead. Squibs pop in timed waves, shredding suit fabric and peppering skin with plastic shards. Caan hurls himself across the set, climbing over car seats as glass explodes. After the take, medics extract fragments and ice bruises. It wasn't choreographed violence, it was controlled mayhem that left the actor literally shell-shocked. 14. The Baptism Massacre invents the modern music video cut. Editor William Reynolds and Coppola splice priestly Latin chants against shotgun blasts, toggling between sacred vows and savage hits. The cross-cutting rhythm feels radical in 1972. Dialogue fades under organ drones while muffled guns roar. Paramount executives call it confusing, too artsy, but preview audiences freeze breathless. The sequence rewires narrative editing, inspiring everything from Scarface to MTV's rapid montages. Not sermon, but slaughter sets a new grammar. Morality and murder can occupy the same heartbeat, and cinema never looks back. 15. Luca Brasi's terror becomes day one gold. Former pro wrestler Lenny Montana lands the role of enforcer Luca Brasi and instantly panics. He's never acted opposite a legend. On his first shooting day, Montana sweats through tuxedo wool, palms shaking so badly he drops cue cards. Coppola spots opportunity, not failure. He writes a new sequence where Brasi rehearses his loyalty speech alone, stammering exactly as Montana does in real life. The actor's genuine nerves morph into character depth, a hulking killer petrified by his own Don's presence. Audiences read menace. Insiders know it's pure stage fright, immortalized instead of reshot. 16. Sophia Coppola's first role saves a critical scene. The climactic baptism needs a newborn willing to endure sizzling arc lights and drifting incense. Casting stumbles, no parent trusts Hollywood chaos. Francis Ford Coppola makes a desperate call to home, and wife Eleanor volunteers 6-week-old Sophia. The crew builds a mini crib off-camera, rotates shooting windows to match her feeding schedule, and keeps holy water at body temperature. In the final cut, baby Sophia rests serene, while Michael Corleone damns his soul. The infant cameo foreshadows a future director, and the scene's haunting calm exists because Dad literally puts family on the line. 17. A ruthless 40-minute trim sparks a secret editor's revolt. Paramount demands a tight 2-hour runtime. Coppola's rough cut sails past 180 minutes. Studio brass schedule a closed-door hacking session. Editor Peter Zinner smuggles duplicate reels to his apartment, fearing irreplaceable nuance will vanish. When executives screen their draconian cut for test audiences, reactions fall flat, characters feel cardboard, stakes blur. Zinner calmly rolls in the alternate version the next night, restoring key dinners, glances, and silences. Viewers erupt with applause, and the suits retreat. Not compromise, but covert preservation ensures The Godfather breathes at its deliberate, operatic pace. 18. Brando's Oscar snub becomes a live television coup, March 27, 1973. Marlon Brando wins Best Actor, yet refuses Hollywood's crown. Instead, Native American activist Sachin Littlefeather walks the stage in buckskin, reading Brando's statement condemning industry portrayals of indigenous peoples. Backstage, security prepares to eject her. John Wayne reportedly lunges forward, restrained by 6 ushers. The broadcast ricochets worldwide, splitting opinion but cementing Brando as cinema's most unpredictable power broker. What audiences didn't see. Brando spends the evening across town, watching a projector feed and timing a press release to hit wire services seconds after Littlefeather speaks. Not rebellion, but orchestrated media warfare. 19. A recycled love theme costs the film an Academy Award composer. Nino Rota's Mournful Trumpet becomes synonymous with Mafia epics, until Oscar voters discover parts of the melody in his 1958 Italian comedy Fortunella. Accusations of self-plagiarism erupt. The Academy yanks the Best Original Score nomination mid-ballot, an almost unheard-of reversal. Paramount scrambles, rushing press kits emphasizing new orchestration and altered harmonies, but the damage sticks. Rota shrugs, calling music a living thing that reincarnates. Years later, the Academy quietly honors him for Part 2. Not disgrace, but a strange reminder that even masterpieces can trip over their own echoes. 20. Real gangland funerals inspire The Undertaker's Parlor. Production designer Dean Tavoularis tours 5 Brooklyn mortuaries, guided by an actual Gambino family foot soldier moonlighting as consultant. He measures casket angles, photographs velvet drapes, and notes the faint chemical stench of embalming fluids. Back on set, he pumps trace amounts of formaldehyde scent through hidden tubes so actors instinctively lower voices. Undertake. Watching early screenings later swear they recognize their own parlor furniture. Crime authenticity isn't costume deep. It suffuses the air actors breathe, creating dread no prop warehouse could fake. Bonus fact, the film negative survives an ice-cold assassination attempt. 9 months after release, the Godfather reels are en route to a Rome duplication lab when refrigeration units in the cargo hold malfunction. Sub-zero air blasts the canisters, crystallizing emulsion layers and threatening to spider crack every frame. Technicians discover the freeze hours later. Standard thawing risks irreversible buckling. A desperate fix emerges. Place the cans in temperate water baths and raise heat 1 degree per hour for 2 days. The negatives relax, images bloom back, and worldwide distribution continues unscathed. Had anyone rushed, the film's international prince, and perhaps its legend, would have shattered like glass. 5 decades later, the cat's purr, the orange's omen, and a baby's calm baptism still pulse through pop culture. Lines are quoted in boardrooms, weddings, even Senate hearings. Every modern crime saga traces DNA back to these shadows on celluloid. If uncovering these secrets made you rethink loyalty and power, give us a like, share the family lore, and hit subscribe so you never miss another hit. Until next time, leave the gun, take the knowledge.